I've written a dozen mental eulogies for Meg, imagining all the things I might say about her. Like how when we met in the first week of kindergarten, she made me a picture of us, with both of our names, and some words I didn't understand because, unlike Meg, I could not yet read or write. "It says best friends," she explained. And like all things Meg wanted or predicted, it turned out to be true. I might talk about how I still have that picture. I keep it in a metal toolbox that houses all my most important things, and it is creased from age and multiple viewings. Or I might talk about how Meg knew things about people that they might not know themselves. She knew the precise number of times in a row everyone generally sneezed. There's a pattern to it, apparently. I was 3, Scotty and Sue 4, Joe was 2, Meg was 5. Meg could also remember what you wore for every picture day, every Halloween. She was like the archive of my history. And also the creator of it, too. Because almost every one of those Halloweens was spent with her, usually in some costume she dreamed up. Or I might talk about Meg and her obsession with Firefly songs. It started in 9th grade, when she picked up a vinyl single by a band called Heavens to Betsy. She dragged me back to her room and played me the scratchy record on that old turntable she'd bought at a church jumble sale for $1, and rewired herself, with a little help from YouTube instructional videos. And you will never know how it feels to light up the sky. You will never know how it feels to be a firefly. Corin Tucker sang in a voice so simultaneously strong and vulnerable that it seemed almost inhuman. After the Heavens to Betsy discovery, Meg went on a mission to find every good Firefly song ever written. In true Meg fashion, within a few weeks she'd amassed an exhaustive list. "Have you ever even seen a firefly?" I'd asked her as she worked on her playlist. I knew she hadn't. Like me, Meg had never been east of the Rockies. "I have time," she'd said, opening her arms, as if to demonstrate just how much life there was out there, waiting for her. Joe and Sue asked me to speak at that first service, the big one that should have been held in the Catholic church the Garcias had attended for years, but wasn't, because Father Grady, though a friend of the family, was a rules man. He told the Garcias that Meg had committed a cardinal sin, and therefore her soul wouldn't be admitted to heaven, nor her body to the Catholic cemetery. The last bit was theoretical. It took a while for the police to release her body. Apparently, the poison she'd used was rare, though anyone who knew Meg wouldn't be surprised by this. She never wore clothes from chain stores, always listened to bands no one else had heard of. Naturally, she found some obscure poison to swallow. So the casket everyone sobbed over at that first big service was empty, and there was no burial. I overheard Meg's Uncle Xavier tell his girlfriend that maybe it would be better if there never was one. No one knew what to write on the gravestone. "Everything sounds like a reproach," he said. I tried to write a eulogy for that service. I did. I pulled out the disc Meg had burned of Firefly songs for inspiration. The third one up was the Bishop Allen track, Fireflies. I don't know if I had ever really listened to the words before, because when I did now, they were like a smack from her grave. It says you can still forgive her, and she will forgive you back. But I don't know that I can. And I don't know that she did. I told Joe and Sue that I was sorry, that I couldn't give a eulogy because I couldn't think of anything to say. It was the first time I ever lied to them.